Hey guys, Joe here doing a quick video on Red Devil. That's my main rig, and I wanted to take a few minutes and talk about plans and the state of things with it and other things I'm going to be doing. First off, number one, the video is much clearer because I'm using a different phone to film off of, and that will be upcoming in a video. You'll see that as soon as the GoPro finish charges. Those aren't real words, you know what I mean. Finishes charging, and then I can use that to film what I actually am using now. Hi hand. And I also broke out a couple of oldies. That screen, if you recall, was on when I first started calling it Project Red Devil, when it was on a Thermaltake P5 case, and I whipped it out because I wanted to see if the screen still worked, and it actually works as a secondary screen. It's a 7-inch screen designed to be used with a Raspberry Pi. It basically is just a second display. It uses a regular HDMI cable as well as micro USB, and it does have touch capabilities, the Raspberry Pi, but I don't use it for that. I actually had it on the other computer and I left MSI Afterburner like it is now because it's a real-time display then for condition of things, and since it's running off the main computer via HDMI and USB, it works fine. And yeah, and I wanted to make sure it works before I build another system, which kind of brings me to what the future holds for this system. It will be going on another open air frame. Probably a P5 in the future, but I'm thinking the P3 just to get me by. However, there will be changes to everything. Number one is most of the system will stay water cooled as you see it now. Wow, that was a weird artifact. Including the CPU, and I will continue to use 600 millimeters of radiator and a full reservoir to cool the CPU, and if I were to get like a mono block or something, it would cool everything. However, for graphics cards, until I have more higher end graphics cards in order to be able to put water blocks and leave them in a system forever, or at least until I get tired of them, I'm going to leave that one on air, possibly get something like the NZXT G10 bracket and a AIO, because that would all come off as one unit. I don't want to put it into the loop because I want to be able to use that card for other things. I don't have thousands of dollars laying around to go buy graphics cards and have multiple copies of them. However, in the future, especially with RTX being released, oh, by the way, Micro Center, somebody actually returned an RTX already, and I'm pretty sure I know who it is. There's 2 YouTubers in my area that do computer tech. I've met one of them. I've spoken via email to the other one, and I'm pretty sure it's one of those 2. And since I know they don't get sponsored because I've never seen a sponsored video on their channels, I'm pretty sure they went out and bought the hardware, built the computer, and then returned the card. I almost bought the card because it was almost reasonable. It was barely over the price of a 1080 Ti. However, if I were to buy an RTX, I'd want a 2080 Ti, not a 2080. I digress. Back to the story. This is a 1080. It's a Founders Edition GTX 1080, and for me, for my use, it is perfect because I game at 1080p on a monitor that's at 75 Hertz. That card can push that all day long without breaking a sweat. In fact, in Forza Horizon 4, 1080p, 75 Hertz, VSync on, everything maxed out, ultra and maximum, 40% usage, 45% usage, and it's working flawlessly. We're talking maybe 55 degrees C on the hottest run, and that's with a 70% fan curve. So right now, for what I use it for, I don't need to water cool it, and then I can still use this system to test other cards at the same time. And that's the way it'll be until I get my hands on a couple other ones. The guy I got this one from, he's an ex-miner, and he has 40 of these, and he gave me an amazing price on this one. I did have to get rid of a gun to get it, but that's okay. Guns come and go. Guns are always going to be worth a lot, so I'd rather get a graphics card for a good price now, and down the road I'll do something else. I will say that because I'm waiting for my place to get done, you've missed a few changes that the system has gone through, including it had dual GTX 1070s for a while, which I sold, in order to get a gun, and then I'm getting rid of the gun to get that, and then I have another gun that I'm selling that's on consignment. So it's a long story. We're not going to talk about that unless you like looking at gun videos, and then go up there. You can see my review of a Canik TP9, and yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing. Eventually it will go back on an open air frame. Not sure if I'm going to reuse the case for anything. I mean, it's big, but there's no point unless I do something stupid like build an old Dell Optiplex system into it. But otherwise, yeah, I think I'm done there. And I'm supposed to be talking to a guy that has a 1,000-watt power supply for me for $65. So if that goes through, that'll be a nice upgrade. It's already got an 850 power watt supply. Yeah, that's right wordage. But I'd rather have 1,000 watt, just in case I decided to do some crazy 3-way cards or something. But yeah, that's a quick update. Sunday. Fun day. Hope you had a wonderful day. And yeah, look forward to the video on what I'm filming on light, dark, light, dark. And as always, I'll talk to you later.